Hello and welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm doing a fitness related video. It's been one that's been requested so long. I figured with it being spring and leading into summer, I would give you guys a bit of a peek into my recent fitness routine, as well as answer a lot of your guys' questions that I've been getting about yoga, about being vegan, about what I eat, about my workouts, all of that stuff. So we're gonna be going over all of those things in today's video. First things first, I kind of started out this video with the intention of filming a bit more of like a week of my life fitness routine. The only thing is this week ended up being a lot crazier than I anticipated, so a lot of the workouts either got cut or they were really short or they just weren't my best. And not to mention, I am currently trying to build the cartilage back up in my knee. I damaged my knee pretty bad. I tried giving it 2 weeks off of working out, and then this week was my first week back, and I got like 3 full really good workouts in before it kind of went out again. I was also stressed about it because I was like, shit, my video. What about my video? We're gonna discuss all the things. I'm gonna show you all the things I've been eating lately, like what I eat in a day, exercises I've been doing, and answering all your fitness related questions. So let's start with the good stuff, shall we? As for food, lately, especially this week, but just in general, I have been so drawn to eating whole foods. There's this documentary I watched when I was going to Hawaii back in January called In Defense of Food, and even though it isn't a vegan documentary, there was still a lot that I took away from it in terms of just like packaged food versus plant food, and food that comes from our earth versus food that comes from a factory. And then throwing on top of there, getting into like plants and getting into yoga and getting into meditation, I feel like I started to notice the foods I was eating more rather than being more mindless about it. And so lately I've just been drawn to eat so many like just plants, like anything that came from the earth. I'm like, yes. Allow me to give you some examples. So one of my latest favorites has been basically adding all like tropical tasting fruits, I guess, with a banana and vanilla almond milk, and it literally is life changing. I've also been really obsessed with fresh pressed juices lately, so I've been buying them from the grocery store, but I have a juicer at my dad's house that I want to pick up. I'm trying to get back into juicing again. I feel like they're good substitutes for multiple coffees throughout the day. They're such a quick burst of energy, and they taste so good, especially if you get like fresh pressed pineapple. Oh yeah, get that in there. Oh my god. And I'm gonna throw a bit of carrot in there too because it's Easter weekend. So I'm gonna top this smoothie off. I'm gonna put in some diced up mango and then finish it off with just a little bit of almond milk. And then there's one secret ingredient that I swear to God makes a world of a difference. Game changer. Blend it on up.
Said we're moving at a comfortable pace. You said you're doing it right, yeah, you're doing it right. But I still feel like we're in the same place. Are we doing it right? Are we doing it right? You know, everyone has their own 2 cents. Everyone has a different idea of what they think is right. But are we doing it right? Are we doing it right? You make me melt like ice cream.
Like Buddha bowls, they're kind of like salad bowls to, you know, stews. I've been making soups where I'll put like tofu and veggies and rice noodles in them, and I've been making smoothies, and I want to start making juices. Lately I've been craving just whole food, and then throwing a protein in there with like tofu or like vegan skewers or whatever it is. Even sometimes portobello mushroom caps I feel like kind of gets that salty flavor that I'm sometimes hankering. But I've also been trying to intake my water, which has been a bit more of a struggle than I thought. I have this little yoga water bottle that I've been drinking out of a lot more. I think I've maybe done 4 a day once this week. The intention is there, you know. Moving along. The second portion to health and fitness is obviously, you know, the fitness. I've still been doing my daily yoga. It's something that I still haven't skipped.
Wake me up from this daydream. I can't go back to where it is that we came from. I can't go back doing things that satisfy some. Leave my past at the door, 'cause I don't need it anymore. No, I can't go back. Who's to say what we can do?
So each day in this video, I'm gonna basically highlight like a different part of my fitness routine in order to kind of give you guys more dialogue. And so right now, it's still relatively pretty early in the morning. I just got back in from walking Bentley, threw my hair in some braids, and pulled out my yoga mat. Even if I can only get like 5 minutes of stretching in, even if I don't have a yoga mat with me, I will literally just stretch for like 5 minutes in whatever bed I woke up in. It's something that I've created as a habit this year, and it's within a few weeks, I was already so much more flexible because it was something I was doing every day. I've become addicted to yoga because of how good it makes me feel. It's helped me more than any sort of like medications I've ever taken for my anxiety. It's helped me more than any sort of breathing techniques or any sort of like mind tricks that I used to try and do. Not to mention, especially doing yoga in the morning, I find that my energy throughout the rest of the day is a lot like higher, and I'm just in a better mood. I'll usually follow up yoga with some meditation, and it just like, I get to set the intention for my day, or even just like the energy I'm carrying over from yesterday. It's just such an easy way to just melt that all away. My energy's higher, I'm more mindful during the day, my anxiety's lower. Plus it feels so damn good after waking up when your like muscles are all stiff and tense. That's why I think no matter where my fitness regimen is at, like when I'm traveling, I'm not gonna make it such a big thing to have to work out every day, but I will make it a big thing to just get up and do a bit of yoga every day because it's so versatile, it's so easy to do no matter where you are. With that said, I'm gonna do my Tuesday yoga and touch back with you guys, I don't know, eventually, soon. I'm not sure when.
City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, there's so much that I can't see. Who knows? I felt it from the first embrace I shared with you. That now our dreams, they finally come true. City of stars, just one thing everybody wants. There in the bars and through the smoke screen I'll get crowded.
It's so therapeutic to me, and it's so cool to feel your body kind of learn to do things or open up and stretch in ways that you weren't able to do before. Even just getting into learning more advanced, poses, like where I'm holding my body up in certain ways, I can feel my core getting stronger, and I can feel my arms and like my shoulders getting stronger. It's super addicting. I decided that I want to get my splits, so I'm just like aching to know how much closer I'll be in like 3 months and 4 months, and it's not a fast result, which I think is actually really good for me. I found something that I'm really into that doesn't give me my results right away because I have to work at it, and I think that that's kind of building up that part inside of me. We're working on putting in the work on a day-to-day basis for something that'll build over time. I tried to get back into running this week. This is my first week back. I took over 2 weeks of a break.
City of stars, are you shining?
The biggest thing that I'm noticing this week, since it is my first week back into like running and working out, yoga is super easy for me because I've been doing it consistently, but because I took such a break to give my knee some time to heal, the struggle to actually get myself to work out is so ugh. By day 3 and 4, it starts to feel really good again. And even though before today's workout, I again had that feeling where I was just like, no, I don't want to. If you're watching this and you're feeling that like struggle to just actually want to physically work out, just push through. I swear by day 3, the end of day 3, which is the day I'm on right now, you'll feel the shift. it'll happen. First run was not bad. Like I actually did pretty well, and I only ran 4K because I need to build the cartilage back up. By day 2, I was feeling it a little bit though, so I just went on the bike, and then by day 3, went on the elliptical, did some strength training, felt totally fine until I woke up yesterday. My knee is definitely hurting now that I've gone 3 days in a row. I woke up today and it was really sore, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go biking. But now it's 8:30 and it's raining, and I think I'm just gonna have to accept defeat today. I was walking Bentley yesterday morning and limping. That's how bad it was. So I've decided to take yesterday and today as a bit more of a break, but still incorporating my yoga because I find that that helps. I'm gonna take the break, listen to my body, and just like continue to do yoga as my mainstream of fitness. So between that and getting back into a proper sleep schedule this week, the difference that I feel from when I started out this week to today being Friday is substantial. So I posted to Twitter asking you guys yoga, food, fitness, vegan, health, workout, or wellness related questions for my video, and so I'm just gonna go through and answer some of the top ones. Alexandra wants to know, what's one workout you've always wanted to try? I've been kind of wanting to try boxing lately. I want to find like a kickboxing class or a boxing class. I don't know, maybe like some sort of martial arts. Go to town, you know? It might be something I have to try out or look for when I get back from my trips. Either that or dancing out. So I think it'd be really cool to go to like a dance class and just pop, lock, and drop it. Ellen says, I want to try yoga so bad, but I've got zero flexibility. What do you suggest? I actually am not, or I guess I've become more flexible now that I've been doing yoga, but I wasn't a generally flexible person before either. There were a few things I could do just because of doing gymnastics as a kid and doing cheerleading in high school. But I mean, when I started doing yoga, I couldn't touch my toes. Even if you have zero flexibility, I would say you just start. You just start with whatever feels good. Don't like think you have to do a specific sort of like coordination. Start. You gotta start somewhere. Andrea wants to know, will you do a video on how to begin doing yoga, your tips and tricks? I can definitely do a full video on this. I kind of touched on this before, but I still feel like I'm in the beginner stages. I feel like making a video is putting that stamp of approval that I think I am qualified to tell other people how to do it, and I'm still learning for myself how to do it with my own body. That said, my main goal, or like one of my bigger goals with yoga, is to eventually get to a point where I could make yoga instruction videos, or I could do, you know, more yoga related content. And so I'm just kind of slowly letting it happen naturally as I learn. You can definitely expect videos in the future all about yoga. Like you're gonna get sick of seeing yoga on this channel. I feel a premonition I'm having. Reese wants to know, what's the best way to stick to a healthy routine? Make it habitual, make it things that you don't even have to think about. They're just things that you love to do, and having an intention with everything you do, because I feel like when we are more mindless in our day-to-day living, we kind of lose touch with why we are doing the things that we do. And so if you want to stick to a health routine, or you want to stick to a fitness routine, or if you just want to even add just a little bit more, like drinking a bit more water, going to bed a bit earlier, I think if you set an intention as to why you even want to do it in the first place, kind of kicks you into high gear to take it a bit more seriously and actually follow through. And I find by like the end of the 3rd day of sticking to whatever it is you're trying to learn, by day 4 and day 5, it's starting to flow a little bit more naturally. And then by like day 8 and 9, you're just completely hooked. Lydia would like to know, how has working out / eating well affected your mental health? Especially in terms of yoga, I think that it has substantially increased my ability to understand my mental health and understand the types of pathways that my brain likes to take in given situations. But it's also created a space in my life where I can kind of do things that make me feel good internally and make me feel better, or make me feel more awake, or make me feel more energetic. In doing those little things and in noticing those kind of rewards after doing those things, it's created a sense of happiness within myself that I feel like is so simple, but it's so needed. I've always kind of been into eating a bit healthier and working out, I guess, but I've never taken it as seriously as I have this year. The difference in even just how confident I feel in myself, the things I have control in my life over and the things I don't, just so many little things like that come from something as simple as just eating a bit healthier and stretching every morning and night. It will create kind of a synergy within your body, your mind, and your soul. We're getting real deep, but it creates this sort of synergy between those 3 aspects of who you are. I feel like those 3 things have to be in balance for you to feel in balance. So you can't just work on your mind, you can't just work on your soul, you can't just work on your body. You have to have a balance going on and a give and take from all 3 of those things in order to kind of increase your state of mind on a day-to-day basis. Kerrigan wants to know, what is your favorite vegan dessert? And I would have to say ice cream. Ice cream or cookies, but There's something about a good tub of Ben & Jerry's non-dairy peanut butter and cookie dough. Oh my God. Emma wants to know, where do you get your inspiration for your yoga flows? Yourself, question mark, YouTube, question mark. I get my inspiration for my yoga flows, I'd say honestly from music. I put on some music that kind of just takes my mind off of whatever I'm thinking about and just helps me tune into how my body feels. You're moving one way and all of a sudden you're like, you know what would really feel good following this up is to like move this way. And then like all of a sudden your legs up in the air and the next thing you know, you're downward dog. It just starts to kind of happen naturally. That said, I learned a lot of my yoga poses from going to hot yoga classes, and also I follow a lot of like yoga Instagram channels, but most of the time I find it's just easier to kind of throw on some tunes and just let my body kind of guide me. Kim wants to know, do you miss eating beef, pork, or chicken? I love you. I don't miss it at all. That said, I still like to eat veggie burgers. I still like to eat veggie chicken skewers and things like that. Tiara wants to know, how do you stay motivated to keep going when you work out and do yoga? I start and then I lose my motivation to keep going. I think kind of like earlier, it's all about setting an intention, but I think it's also about finding a workout or a fitness routine or a health routine that works for you. It might be that you haven't found a routine or a schedule that kind of suits you or suits your personality type or suits the things that you're interested in. For instance, you could make your daily workout routine going for like a long walk with your dog through nature, and it could just be something so simple like that, but something that gets your body moving on a daily basis and something that you wake up looking forward to, something that it kind of pulls you away from the world and gives you a little bit of you time every now and then. It doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't have to be strength training. It doesn't have to be running. It could be honestly anything that gets you moving, anything that moves your body. Getting a bike and biking all over the places that you need to go, especially now that the weather is getting nice. There's so many different ways that you can incorporate a healthier lifestyle without feeling like that dread of, oh God, I need to go to the gym now. Like, you don't have to. You just have to find something that makes you happy and makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself and in tune with your body, you know? So Barbie doll wants to know, how do you balance trying to be healthy when you have a hectic schedule / life? So I feel like this is a good question to end on because this has been like my week. This week got completely out of hand for me. This video was supposed to be more of like a week in my life, like I mentioned, and it turned into this because honestly, life got ahead of me. Things became hectic, my schedule just got way too swamped, my knee threw out again, and life happens. And I think that the way that you find balance is almost kind of accepting that. Like, try and do the best you can and work with what you've got rather than having an expectation of what you want. It becomes a lot easier to enjoy getting fit and getting healthier and taking care of your body, and you almost become like an experiment to yourself rather than a judgment against yourself. You almost want to go into it with the mindset of, you know, this is where I'm at right now, but I wonder if I could make myself feel better. I wonder if I could have more energy. I wonder if my body could become more toned or more strong, or I'd be able to move my body in a certain way I never used to, or I'd be able to sleep longer or be more alert or get more done in a day, or feel like I'm in a better mood, or feel like the energy in myself has shifted in some way based on the way I'm taking care of myself. You become your own experiment in wellness, and it becomes so addicting when you go at it from that mindset that when things do get hectic, it still somehow finds a way to slip itself into your schedule, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to have as much of yourself to give to those other parts of your life. Instead of kind of creating this stress around trying to be healthier or more fit, you just accept that you're busy, do the best you can with what you've got, and find a way to slip as much, you know, intention and action in your day as you can without overwhelming yourself. And that is my Dr. Phil section of the video for the day. And that was really gold. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little fitness routine / update on what I've been eating, the workouts I've been doing, answering your questions about yoga and veganism and all of that stuff. I definitely want to make fitness more of a priority on this channel. I've kind of started this year, but there's gonna be more coming up. So if there's any sort of fitness related video that you guys want to see, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know so I can write up a list. And aside from that, I love you guys to the moon and back. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.
We were going